100%. 100%.
I'm gonna send him into that. 100%. No! Get away from me! Oh, I almost fell in! Let's go! Yo, Eddie's already almost done. Eddie fell off! Pin him! Pin him! What? Ray was pinning Eddie first? What's going on? Unless... Come on, get up. Alright, let me go up this. And you're gonna watch me zoom, Mazda style. Zoom, zoom. No, that shouldn't have even hit me. Let's go, please, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come in! Come in! Come on! That too. I always turn off vibrate also. Vibrate, to me, it's one of those features that I liked when I was younger. Like the PS2 generation, mainly. GameCube, where you feel the rumble. And like certain boss battle moments, it's like, oh my god! Oh, tremble in fear, I'm trembling. Oh. To a shrine I somehow never seen. Imagine it's just a combat shrine. I'll be a little upset. I want a little puzzle. And I don't want like a puzzle that I like remember vividly, like in a sense of if it's similar to another puzzle. I want like a fresh puzzle. Something I've never seen before. Tears of the Kingdom, show me greatness. Game of the Year 2023, show me what you got. This is truly the Breath of the Wild successor, since you missed an early game shrine. The worst part is I don't even know how, and I called it. It was combat training. I called it. No way. I almost fell off. See, that turn's really risky. But we won. Let's go. Now he's got the core. He's extra strong now. Damn. We lost all 200 plus of the fellow Astrobot. Ooh! That's so sick, they give you that too? The sensor? Bro! I can't believe that. I was not expecting that at all, that they even gave the sensor too. I wonder where the ape is. I wonder. Yo, they're everywhere. That's awesome. Yo, how can they make a level like this in this game and not even think to themselves, we can make an ape escape game? Like literally, they made a whole level right here. No, you can blind on the rail. That's sick. Let's get these bots. All these apes are mine. Look, the shine star's trying to break free. What do you mean trying to break free? No! I don't even have much water left, bro. Come on, we're almost there. We did it. Let's go. Please let that be it. No second phase. Now the Shine Sprite can once again bring light to the Isle of Delfino. We survived. Oh, that was a pretty good battle. What's that face for? Not me too. I won't really have your way that easy. You don't have no feathers left. You gotta go to save the balance of the world. Naked barbecue chicken look. Oh my god, that's 60 damage. Alright, but let's hit him with the sneak car. The Papoku. Because of popcorn chicken. I've had popcorn chicken in how many years? Does KFC still have popcorn chicken? If KFC still has popcorn chicken, I may check it out. I may. Just because I haven't had it so long. But honestly, though, I haven't had Popeyes in a minute, and I need their chicken tenders. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Need a nice 5-piece chicken tender box. Oh. Find this boss, it'd be no problem. It'd be no fucking problem. But they keep fucking sparring, and I keep getting shadow balled to death. Jesus fucking clouds. Where are the clouds? Oh my god, bro. Oh no, wow. Fuck. I'm running out of my meter. That's too much damage. What? And Sir... Wait, what? They both died at the same time? We were tied! What just happened? 23, 24, come on, rep, 25, 26, 27. What? That was a 30 count? Yo, that was a 30 count of chicken nuggets and Chick-fil-A. What the hell was that, Chumbo? You were down for 30 seconds. I get it. You're bleeding, head on the pavement, chopped to the face. But bro, golly, oh my god. If I can't find a warp pipe, you know what I mean? That's like the logic. Like, bro, maybe this is just another shine sprite entirely. And hey, honestly, I may have to start grabbing some one-ups. Like, this one is insane. Like, well, look at this turn. They expect you to literally just wait here. And, oh, or die. They expect you to die. Implement this as a feature in this game until now. Why am I even doing it? What am I getting out of it besides being annoyed that I'm being patted out of the final boss on a stream that I wanted to finish the fucking game on? Please. Where the There's more than one of these fucking rooms, bro. We're done. Huzzah! We did it. We made it. Hey, Alonia, the Elf Ranger. The mighty ranger who awaits her next foe. It looks like she's the one who brings the deodorant for the people at the Magic the Gathering competitions. Especially for her ex-boyfriend and her new boyfriend and the guy who wants her in the bathroom. Another intruder. I could see a thieving gleam in your eye. No, I don't want you either. I promise. You've been passed around the entire group at the card table too long. Like, I'm learning to hit my shurikens from behind. That's all these AI knows, to hit from behind. I have one more life. This is it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Huzzah! Oh, he grabbed me while I'm shooting him. Damn it. Use your finisher. Use it. Like, why not? And then throw Kurt. Yes! There he is! He did it! He used his finisher with the casket! Let's go! Dude, look at it! Give me them coins. From my coin collectathon. Hit him with the weather report. Let him know about that weather. Let him know it's got a storm on him. A storm is coming. First off, I think its heart is made out of metal. What? I'm not sure how far back the autosave is. I'm not sure how far back the manual save is. I'm dead. Oh my god. Get up. Come on. Recover your stamina, bro. Run away. Get out of here. You're done. Royal Rumble winner is the World Heavyweight Champion.
They lurk and nest across the very land you call home.
That's a giant. That's a real human. What the fuck is... What happened to its
The
limbs?
fortress at the border was raised by a human mere days ago. How long before we're overrun? You can only blame your king's weakness. And thus, who deserves his crown? A man of proven strength! How dare you, scoundrel! Your words verge on treason!
I was not
Against what
expecting
ruler,
that.
Blue Blood?
Where did he
The
pull
dead
that human
cannot be
from?
betrayed. Let your late King Saul bear witness. Let Louis Squeerburn be named the true and rightful ruler of Ukrainia.
Convincing speech. He brought a source. He brought a real human.
What do we...
Or something. It's like, oh my god, my Walmart or my Target has these games on clearance. Yo. Is that Hulk Hogan, bro?
100%. 100%. I believe we are live. Yo, what's up everyone? This is V-Sips. Welcome to the channel. We're here for a special live stream. We are going over all the games that I beat, every one, in 2024. I beat a bunch of games this year. Pretty big year for me when it comes to gaming, actually. When it comes to getting a lot of games beat. A lot of games that I picked up this year that I had a really big interest in that did meet my expectations. Some that didn't. And we're going to go over all of them here that I did beat. Now, I do have plans after this stream to have a video made of all 44 games I beat in 2024. That's going to be a video on the main channel. And then I also have another video I'm planning to make after the fact. 2 other videos. One that's a tier list based on all of these games, but based on the actual score I gave them, which I'm going to show you guys what that is on screen in a second. And then I have another video where it's just basically every game in 2024 in my 2025 backlog. Because as you guys can see, there are some games here that I played this year that I was excited about that I didn't finish, that are not here. Perfect example, Metaphor Fantasio. That's not here at the moment. A good handful of games. Dragon's Dogma 2. A lot of different games that I didn't get to finish are not in this list because I have to finish them, I have to beat them. And 44 games beat is very good for me. Normally I beat like at least 20 games a year, but like 44 games, like I really went in. And I hope you guys who are watching the stream are excited for this because we are doing 3 tier lists. We are doing 1 tier list with all of the games, another tier list with just the 2024 releases, and then the 3rd tier list is any release that came out before 2024. Shoutouts to everyone who's watching the stream. H2DK, 2-year tier. Hope you're having a great time, and I hope you have a happy new year. Shoutouts to everyone who's watching the stream. We are streaming this on New Year's Eve. It's during the daytime, so I hope you guys are excited because I've been waiting to do this for a while. I basically have an entire thread on Twitter, so if anyone wants to see written details about every single game in this review, in this tier list, you can check all the reviews that I posted in my pinned comment on Twitter. But yeah, thank you, David. 44 is definitely impressive. I've seen some people say like they beat 80 games, and I'm like, 80 games? What are you playing? Heads or tails? Rock, paper, scissors? How are you beating 80 games? Where do you have the time? I'm just trying to find time to live. Like what? Yo, happy new year, Javier. And yeah, WWE is gonna be dope on Netflix. I'm gonna have to renew my old Netflix subscription. The laryngitis is coming back just hearing that. I don't want to renew my Netflix. But yo, once again, shouts to David Gash RPGs, shouts to H2DK, shouts to Javier. Yo, thank you all for being here. And don't forget, share the stream, repost appreciated, and yeah, huge L. But I think it's time we get into this. Let's go. And don't forget, if you anyone who's new, who's watching this, if you do enjoy the stream, consider subscribing to the channel. We do fun streams like this, gameplay live streams, and a lot of other fun videos on the channel too. I got some fun stuff planned. But without further ado, it's time to go over every game I beat in 2024 in a tier list. So, we have a lot of games to choose from, but let me first show y'all, like I said, all the games in a tier list based on what I rated them as, because this tier list right here, as you guys can see, there's no numerical value, because some games I probably played earlier in the year, like Avatar, for example, and I may place them higher or lower than what I originally put them as. So we're going to look at this first real quick. As you guys can see, based on review score, based on points. Excuse my dogs for barking. I apologize. So, based on score, one of the best games I played was Super Mario RPG. I gave that game a 10. It was the only 10 I gave. That game was easily one of the best games that I played in general, and it was solely on the fact that there was so much to do in that game that made me feel the charm of what made Mario RPGs, because I never played the original Super Mario RPG. I never had the chance to. So, for me, getting the chance to finally play it, and it was actually better than I anticipated. It wasn't as jank as I thought it was going to be. It was actually a lot of fun, and the story was really good. The gameplay and the characters are great, and like, Mallow should be more popular than Geno, but I'm just saying that because Mallow's a great character. Mario RPG is definitely top tier, and that's why I wanted to show this version of a tier list, because the 3 tier lists we're doing, it's not going to look exactly the same as this one, because this is strictly based on the numerical value I gave the game. So Teal Mask, I gave that game a 4. Because it's an expansion, essentially. It's pretty much an expansion. I gave it a 4. It was like one of the worst things I ever played. Indigo Disc, I gave it an 8. It was actually really good. I put a decent amount of time into Indigo Disc. So you guys get the picture here. Infinite Wealth, one of my favorite games I played. Super Mario Eclipse, based on score, it was the exact same score I had for Astrobot, but I just placed it slightly ahead. So, like, I apologize that that's not in the top 5 based on score for all games released in 2024 and released in years prior, because that's what the tier list is here, too. It includes games that I beat this year that came out years prior, which includes games like Kuru Kuru Kurin, which is a GBA classic. People need to check that out. It's like at the top of B, 7.5, so I gave it. But yeah, this is a tier list with all my numerical scores. And now it's time to get into the actual tier list right here. But yo, Mario RPG is definitely top tier. Shout out to Vado, Blue Badge Gang. Shout outs, yo. Vado, you unlocked that Blue Badge Gang? Let's go. Huge shout outs, man. Yo, how have you been, Vado? 100% emotes in the building. And yo, don't forget, everyone, repost the stream, share the stream, hit the like button. And we got this new stream layout, new channel layout, a lot more videos and live streams for 2025 onwards. I hope you guys are excited. We're back, pretty much. We are back, and the broadcast is officially back. I do have some guests lined up. I'm excited. H2DK, yeah, Mario RPG is top tier. It's definitely a top tier game. So since we pretty much already said that, I think we're just gonna put that there, because that's definitely top tier. It definitely belongs there. Like, it's a quality game. It did come out in 2023, and like I said, this first tier list we're doing is going to be similar to the one I've shown, but without numerical scores. I'm just going to be placing them where I feel fit for me. But yeah, Super Mario RPG, easily one of the best games I played this year. Astrobot, it's easily one of the best games I played this year. There was really no flaws, like, for the most part, that I had with the game. I think for me, I just felt like there was some levels where they would use a gimmick and it wouldn't really be utilized to as much potential as it could, like the way that level was around it. And then the rest of that world wouldn't have as many levels involving that specific item, or like the elephant pack, or like the digger one. Like there's a bunch of different stuff. For me, I think still an S tier game. The charm that that game has is easily the reason why most people love that game and give it the praise that it deserves. Astrobot is so good. It deserves an S tier. And if you have a PS5 and you don't have this game, you don't have a PS5. You have a Netflix player. Yo, David, I also been played Mario RPG for the first time last year, and honestly, I thought it was all right. I'd probably put it in B. Oh, really? You'd put it in B? See, for me, I think the reason why I liked Mario RPG so much, for why I'm defending the S position for me, is I love Mario RPGs, and I never played this one, which is basically the antithesis, the reason there is Mario RPGs to this day. And I assumed it was going to be middle of the road, decent, and especially after dealing with really bad RPGs in the Mario series. Like Paper Jam was decent at best. The Paper Mario ones got really bad after Super Paper Mario. And then Mario and Luigi Brothership, atrocious. Hate that game. This game is genuinely a fun, classic RPG with so much charm from the Mario series and new characters alike. I don't know. It's just something about all that together makes it a S tier experience. Avatar: The Frontiers of Pandora. Now, let me just say, it's a high B. And let me be honest, I don't like Ubisoft at all. They went in on the world design. The world of Pandora and Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is genuinely one of the best looking worlds graphically on the PS5 that I played. Like, just graphically as well. Like, it's insanely beautiful as a game. And the gameplay, it doesn't feel as checkpointy as most Ubisoft games like Far Cry, Assassin's Creed. Go to this tower, do this, do that. You don't get that same vibe from Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, and it's a lot of fun. It literally feels like you're in the world, and you feel like you're there. It's insane. The story is decent at best. It's not that memorable for me, the story. And the OST is pretty much similar to what the movie is, so cinematic OST. But yeah, story wasn't that much. Really just the world building, the gameplay. They took everything from the series and the lore and they really put it in. They just in my opinion, needed a better story. I'll keep up the chat real quick. Doing good, bro. I went back to Tarkov. See, I need to play Escape from Tarkov, man. I'm slacking because everyone's been like talking about that game for years, and I'm not even kidding. YouTube tells me like trends or inspiration, and like it tells me like certain things that I should consider doing, and one of them was Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, and I'm just like, okay, I guess that's something a lot of people who are subscribed to me do play, I guess, or at least have searched it, so I might as well check it out. And David, yeah, I thought it was just too simple, clunky feeling during platforming sections, and very average story in my opinion, but the combat is fun, characters are charming, and the music is awesome. To be fair, I'd probably give my favorite Mario RPG, Thousand Year Door, B+. Oh, we're definitely going to get into Thousand Year Door Remake. Don't worry, we will be getting into that. Because I do have some stuff to say. Good stuff. But for me, when it comes to like the simple feeling that you felt with Mario RPG, I think that was the point. They made it as faithful as possible, so the platforming is exactly the same as it was on SNES, just new graphics. That's literally what they went for. So I totally understand where you're coming from, because like the platforming did feel like that. I agree with you. It's more so just that's what the game was, so they thought 1-to-1 remake. Similar to Thousand Year Doors remake, it's pretty much 1-to-1, except for the drop from 60 FPS to 30 FPS, which is a problem with the game. Anyone who doesn't think that that's a problem with that game doesn't know. And HCTK says, I might get back into Tarkov, I'm not gonna lie. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, a lot of people have been playing that game, and it's still pretty popular, so I might as well check it out. And Javier says, I know that WWE 2K25 is adding classic modes like Create Story Mode and Road to WrestleMania. I did hear about that, but for me, they need to improve the GM mode. The GM mode in that game needs improvement. Next up, Castlevania Legends. I decided to play this on the not virtual console, Nintendo Switch Online. And I like Castlevania games, but it's definitely a low C. It's definitely a low C, thinking back on it now. Like, it was decent while I played it. I think I gave it a 6 out of 10, but, like, that's pretty much, like, where this is at. It's like a 6. Content warning. It's definitely not a bad game. It's very good. You have to have friends to play it, of course, online. It's like Lethal Company in those games, but it's focused on, like, recording footage. That's what's called content warning. Honestly, I think I'd put it under Avatar in regards of how I feel about the game right now. Like, because it's not a bad game. I just think I'd rather go back to Avatar. It's crazy as that sounds. Yo, don't forget to hit the repost on the pinned if y'all can. And thanks to everyone who has so far. Shoutouts to the OC. Shoutouts to H2DK. Thank you all for coming through and reposting. This is Super Mario and the Crystal Crescents. Now, I gave it an 8 out of 10, but, like, looking back on it, it really was just one world. They made one world in the game. And then at the end of the world where you beat Roy, you think there's more to it. Because it's like, oh, I think that's Iggy taking Peach. And then it just leads to the credits. So, like, at best, I'll say it's high C. But, like, it's literally just one world. It's a hack. It's a ROM hack. Super Mario 3D Land, I think. No, Super Mario Bros. 2. New Super Mario Bros. 2. That's what that is. Crystal Crescents. It wasn't bad. It just, I really thought it'd be more than one world. Like, I thought it'd be like 2 world, maybe 3. I know it's a ROM hack, but, like, Crystal Crescents makes me think that there'd be more than one. Okay, Jackie Chan Adventures, Dark Hand. Going off nostalgia, I'd put it, like, over Super Mario. But if I'm going over, like, objectivity, it's definitely not better than Super Mario and this all stuff. It's definitely a mid-tier C game. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. But now that I finally beat the game after I used to play it when I was younger, I definitely don't think anyone needs to go play it. It's fine. Marvel Superheroes. I finally got my first time playing this during the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's a good fighting game. I'd give it a solid 7, 8 out of 10 thinking back on it now. It was still a really good fighting game. Like, I'd probably still play like MVC2 over it or something, or X-Men vs. Street Fighter. But Marvel Superheroes, it's classic. It's got all the Marvel guys. It's classic. Okay, now this game was one of my most anticipated indie games of this year. I've known about it for like 3 years now, called Mika and the Witch's Mountain. Some of you may have heard me talk about this, and some of you may have seen me play it already on stream. It's pretty much a delivery game where you connect with a lot of people in your town and you try and help bolster relationships through sending mail and packages and making sure you don't break the packages on the way over through your deliveries. It actually was a really fun game, and honestly, I personally, looking back on it, would give it a low A. Like, I think when I rated it, I gave it like an 8 or something, maybe a 7.5, because there was some qualms I had when it comes with, like, the mobility of the game. It did take me a while throughout my playthrough to get better and better at the gameplay when it comes to the mobility, but that's because you're supposed to have weaker brooms that make it harder for you to fly around, and as you play more, you get better quality brooms. You don't have to pay microtransactions or anything like that. It's through the game, through leveling up, missions. It's a lot of fun. I actually had a good time. Now, for those of you who know, shouts to Vado, shouts to David, shouts to Javier, shouts to ACDK, shouts to everyone's pulling up. Y'all know, especially if you saw the stream, and especially if you see the beginning of the intro of the new stream segments now, I had to have the clip of me beating Pizza Tower. I have to put it ahead of Astrobot. It's still S tier. Astrobot's still S tier, but like Pizza Tower, that game, I still think about it. Like, there's only a few games that I still think about, and those are in the S tier category. But like Pizza Tower reminds me of Wario Land But honestly, looking back on like all of it now, and even just think about my time with all the other Wario Land games, because I've played all of them. The only one I haven't played that much was the one on Virtual Boy, because I tried it on PC, like emulating it, but I didn't get into it much. But Pizza Tower is better than Wario Land. I don't know if anyone is here to hear that, but like that's just like a hot take I'm going to have to say. And I like Wario Land a lot. I want that series to come back. It's probably never coming back. We just need Pizza Tower 2. Because that game is amazing. All right, now. All I'm going to say is I put 60 hours in the playtest. I put 60 hours into the playtest, okay? The gameplay for the playtest was actually a lot of fun, and I am surprised it didn't end up becoming a game that they released after the fact, because they literally like had in-game microtransactions for like the month that it was a thing. So like many people who played the game assumed that it was going to become a full-fledged game, like, because like it just doesn't make sense. Like, look at this. Look at this. Given an NDA, blah, 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 blah. We were not. So, like, obviously, like, look at me. I'm Katamari. That's Bomberman. These are places. That's my world I conquered. I have a couple of them I had. Here's pictures. I put 60 hours into this game. This is literally a blast. Like, but yeah, it's an A tier. Easy A tier. The Plucky Squire. Now, looking back, I want to give this game less of a score than I did prior. It let me down so bad. It was probably one of my biggest letdowns of the year. People had issues with this game on PC. People had issues with this game on PS5, including myself. That was where I played it, on PS5. Constant issues, game-breaking bugs, had to reset my playthrough. Garbage. It was just terrible. And then the gameplay as a whole was very one-track minded. You just go into the 3D world and 2D world, and there wasn't much to make you go back as much as you thought. Like, you really would think, oh, I can go back to this page and grab this word to help change the way the level is on this page, and that really doesn't happen that often. So it was pretty much very lacking. I gotta put this, genuinely, I'd play Castlevania Legends over this. I'd play Jackie Chan Adventures over this. It's the way I feel about this game at this point. It's a solid D, and I've seen a lot of content creators that I talk to and friends with feel the same way. Of course, there's a few people who think different, but that's because the charm the game has is all the game has. The charm of a storybook video game where you get to be a part of the art and like just it comes into the real world, like that whole gimmick, like that's what attracts people to that game most. But that's not enough to hold it up as a good game. So, solid D. Solid D tier. The finals. I'd probably play that over Marvel Superheroes, honestly. It's not a bad FPS game. It's decent. Out of like all the games that come out that are for like always online multiplayer, it's probably one of the few that like I'd be like, hey, I'd probably go back and play a couple times. It's not bad. It's really unique with how like the buildings genuinely get destroyed, and so when you're doing jackpots and cash outs, the item that drops out the money for you can fall through the platform as you blow it up, like in game, in a video game, obviously YouTube. But yeah, the finals, give it a B. Escape from Terror City. Shouts to the developers. Really fun game. Pretty short. I don't think I'd play. I think I'd rather go back to Jackie Chan though. If I had to pick, I'd go back to Jackie Chan. Escape from Terror City though, not bad. I played it on PS5. It's not bad. And yo, everyone who's watching the stream, hit the like button if y'all can, if y'all enjoy me going over the tier list of all the games I beat in 2024, which includes games that came out years prior and includes games that came out this year, of course, 2024. Hope you're all having a happy new year. Thank you all for being here. I'm having a lot of fun going over all these games with y'all. And I hope you guys have some thoughts as well on all the games I'm picking, all the games I'm talking about. Let me know. Let me know. This next one, though, it's a little bit different. I know not many know about it. Super Mario Eclipse. If you do know me, though, I've been streaming the game. I played it. I pretty much beat it. I didn't get all the shine sprites because they expect you to get all 250 for this one. But, like, I got pretty much, like, 200 something. I'm contemplating if I want to put in A, because the reason why I want to have it instead of S, put it in A, is because it made me realize that the regular base Sunshine is a great game, but it's lacking. It made me realize how much the original Sunshine was genuinely lacking. Mario Eclipse is amazing. It has all of the unused content that was never put into the main game, but it's finished content now. And then new content that the developers put in for that mod. It's genuinely one of the best games I played this year. It is. But I've had a few issues with the game when it comes to like game breaking issues or a few elements of the gameplay where I had to cheese in some way to try and like get through something that was an alternate method that they weren't expecting. I don't know. It's just amazing, but a few minor things that are issues. So I'd put it in A. Next up, F-Zero Climax. I play this on the NSO. F-Zero Climax is really fun F-Zero game. What I liked about it most, the reason why I played it, is because you can make your own custom tracks. We definitely need something like this to come back, and honestly, I'd put it high C. High C for sure. Because it was still really good, but the only problem is like with the custom tracks, you really can't do much with them besides play on the custom tracks yourself. Like from what I experienced, like you can't like post them online through the NSO or something. I didn't see that as an option. So like obviously if you play with a friend, I think that's possible in the NSO. If you do multiplayer, that should be possible to use the custom tracks in F-Zero Climax, which is why it's definitely high C, but that's about it. Pac-Man World Repack. I'll be honest, the platforming in this game could be better. Honestly, I think the platforming is better in Mario RPG than it is in Pac-Man World Repack. But I actually probably would play the finals more than Pac-Man World Repack. Yeah. I'll put that in. I'll put that B. Right in the middle, right there. Now, Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is one of those games where it was amazing when it first came out. The first 4 or 5 months, everyone's playing. And then the first 2 characters of the DLC come out and everyone realizes, oh, so that's how we're playing this game, Bandai Namco. We're in this very low A. I don't have as much love for it as I did originally. I did like the little story expansion that they went for. The little story expansion they went for was pretty dope. But and then Heihachi in the game, and then Clive in the game. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Nintendo Switch Online, Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. Never played the original Super Mario Land. I always thought Super Mario Land and the Golden Coins was Super Mario Land. I was mistaken. This is Super Mario Land. So, I probably would not play this anytime soon. Like, if Super Mario Crescents gets an update, I'd probably play that. But this, I'd probably confidently put it behind Jackie Chan Adventures in a Dark Hand. Now, shout out to everyone who's watching the stream. I'm going to shout out everyone who reposts the stream after we finish this first tier list. And then we got 2 more to do after that. One for just 2024 games, and one for games not released in 2024. This game didn't release in 2024, but I gave it a 9 out of 10. But it definitely deserves, like, low S. Xenoblade 3. Oh, man. I'm going through Future Redeemed right now. So that's like a whole other game that I'll have in next year's tier list. Because I do plan to possibly do a stream like this next year, too. And some video content like that also. Depends. If y'all enjoy it, if y'all having a good time, then that's how I'll know. But yeah, I definitely think Xenoblade 3 is one of the best RPGs As a series, I think Xenoblade deserves more praise because a lot of people think it's just, oh, it's all Mithra and Pyro bullshit. No, that's one game, technically two, and even then, like, it's not even like food and stuff. Like, that's not big a deal. Like, it's really like just the one game, Xenoblade 2 specifically, not even Torna, that game 2, that had like any sort of like fan service or whatever. And honestly, like, just who gives a shit? Like, is it really the end of the world? Is it really the end of the world that the main protagonist has 3 wives at the end of the game? I mean, it's clearly not if it's all in 3 also, but what do I know? The future redeem, what do I know? But no, that game is goated. Cried 3 times. No pun intended. Tomato Adventure. I streamed this game. It's from the creators of Mario and Luigi, so like I thought a classic Mario and Luigi RPG, and that's pretty much what Tomato Adventure is. It's the original gameplay, but with a gimmick, literally called gimmicks, where you get different abilities based on your awe gauge, and the more awe you increase, the more power you'll get in your special attacks, which are your gimmicks. We are definitely, though, putting this right here, low B, because there were some elements to the game that I felt could have been improved on, which they did improve on with Superstar Saga, like how they implemented the way healing and all that type of stuff works, and just items. I feel things worked a little bit more seamlessly in Superstar Saga, but I did like the world and the charm and the characters. The story was really good. The gameplay was fun. The ending palace, the final world of Tomato Adventure, is as long as the first half of the game. That's how it felt. That's probably why it's this low, honestly. I was gonna put it like up here, but like no. The last 10 hours of the game was like almost dreadful. But I prefer PvE Tarkov with friends. I have a EOD, so I got it for free, but you can buy it for like 15 add-on. Really? See, like I need to check that out because I didn't know if like Tarkov was like a free game or like you have to pay for it, or if it's a free game and then you just buy the add-ons. I need to check that out. I need to look into that. Like, is it on Steam, I guess? I assume it's on Steam. Alright. Now this game, it's still my game of the year. I know some people have problems with the story, but for me, I thought the story was really good still. I understand why people had qualms with the story. They felt there was a lot of backtracking for Kiryu and his character. Honestly, though, I thought the way they pulled it all together towards the end was a nice little bow on top. It was an amazing game. The overworld in Hawaii was a nice change up from Kamurocho and some of the other Yakuza Like a Dragon games. And they gotta, officially, in my opinion, pass the torch to Ichiban. I think Ichiban, and many people would agree, that Ichiban is a great protagonist that deserves the praise. And so Kiryu can have an official send-off. I think many can agree on that. Nah, it ain't on Steam. It's its own site and launcher. Really? Okay, see, I did not know that. It's its own site and launcher. I need to look into Escape from Tarkov. And hey, I don't think you could beat that game, but I'll of course give it a review. Because at the end of the day, like, you can't beat the finals, but like I reviewed it. You can't beat this, but I reviewed it. Like, so that's why it's here in the tier list. Because once you play it long enough, you pretty much know what you can view it as. You beat it. The rest of these that are full games, I obviously beat them. But yeah, like Marvel Rivals, you don't beat the game. You just played the game a lot of hours and you know, hey, this game's really good. I can give it a good review. That's pretty much what people do. But yeah, definitely my game of the year. It's still Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It is indeed still Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Luigi's Mansion 3. I've been playing this game since it came out. We played it a lot online back in the day with the multiplayer Scare Scraper mode. I finally beat the game this year. I would probably play Avatar instead. And I feel the same about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. People watching this probably killing themselves. Like, what the fuck you just do, piece of... No, but like, regardless of the quality of these two games, this game was too bloated, and honestly, this game was pretty bloated too. I kept playing Luigi's Mansion 3. I kept going up the hotel, like the levels, and I'm just like, is the game over yet? How many levels are in this hotel? Is the hotel gonna collapse on my head? And then Rebirth was like, oh great, it's not the end of the game. It's so bloated, there's 400 hours of content that it's not necessary. I'm not saying don't do the content. I'm saying we could have had Final Fantasy Rebirth and the third game in the trilogy by now if they just split the time they put into Rebirth into both games. Because the whole time I played Rebirth, all I wanted to do was play the main quest line. And of course, once in a while, on my own accord, I see something that looks like a side quest that I see on my path. I'm going to go to it. I'm not going to be forced to go do some other side quest, some other side of the fucking country in the game for no reason, no real benefit. Just a small little couple items, maybe a fetch quest. Like, no. I'm focusing on the main game, and if the side quest is in my way, I will do the side quest. But I don't like when you enter a town and it's, oh great, minigame. Oh great, minigame. You don't enter the town, go right into the minigame. You enter the town, you explore, you find the minigame organically. Not you enter town cutscene minigame force. Like, okay, great. I was trying to go run and do something that I was planning on doing, but great, my time is clearly not of value. Thanks. Like, that's the issue of Rebirth. It doesn't value your time. It really doesn't. Kirby Superstar. I finally got a chance to play this SNES Kirby. It's not as good as people say. It's definitely a C. It's not as good as people say. Super Mario Party Jamboree. One of the best Mario Party games, actually. Definitely a top six Mario Party game. Tough to say, but like it's definitely top six, because like when I think top five, I think Mario Party 4, Mario Party 2, I think Mario Party 6, I think Super Mario Party Superstars, or Mario Party Superstars, I mean. And then 3, Mario Party 3. And then I'd say Jamboree, and then Mario Party 1. So, Mario Party Jamboree, a lot of fun. It deserves a solid A tier for me. Definitely a solid A tier. Shout outs to Gone Hunter. Welcome to the stream. 4-year tier in the building. How have you been, man? Great to see you. And yeah, Shadow King, great to see you too, bro. Big facts. And yo, don't forget everyone, hit the like button. Exactly. Rebirth not only disrespects your time, we didn't need all that Kate Sith stuff in Chapter 11, and they ruined Fort Condor. Yeah, they had Fort Condor really good, and I believe integrated was. But nope, they changed it. And yeah, it's currently the only D tier at the moment, but that's because I didn't talk about Pokemon Teal Mask yet. Pokemon the Teal Mask is arguably one of the worst DLCs they dropped. Pokemon only has done DLC for Sword Shield and for Scarlet and Violet. Teal Mask specifically as an expansion was abysmal, terrible. The characters were not memorable at all. Just Kieran was the only one that was memorable. And that's strictly on the fact that, like, he played a more integral part in the story. And same goes for Indigo Disc, which was better. There was more Pokemon you could choose from. There was like an Elite Four. The areas to catch Pokemon in were really varied. Shiny hunting was really good in comparison just because of the new options you had of Pokemon to catch. And it was a lot more fun. So Teal Mask is a solid D tier. But Indigo Disc, bro, I'd fucking put it high B. Indigo Disc was a genuinely great game. Like, that expansion was really good. And yo, don't forget everyone to refresh the stream. If y'all ever have to refresh the stream, please do if y'all can. I should probably make a command for refreshing the stream. Never thought about that. ASMR typing. You're welcome, everyone. So yeah, in case if anyone is experiencing buffering, we now have that command. I'm gonna keep up with the chat real quick. Plucky Squire over Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, from what I've seen. From what you've seen, I'm not sure where you've seen that, but anyone who says that's probably a little crazy. Because, like, to be honest, this was almost like a blown up tech demo. In my opinion. I think we should get into the next game, though. New Pokemon Snap. I had a lot of fun playing this game when it first came out, but then it ended up being on my backlog because there's like parts of the game that like you can get stuck at and you are going to have to look up what you need to do. This is not a situation where like it makes it obvious what you gotta do. It's a situation where you just have to take a picture of something and it just opens a pathway that you didn't expect. Like that alone made the game like not as approachable to want to pick back up, because it made me always think I'm going to just waste time taking pictures and not getting anywhere, not getting to the next area because they want me to take a specific picture that they're not asking me to take. I just have to take it instinctually, and then it just gives me the unlock for it. Outside of that, though, it's the best looking Pokemon game on the Switch. I would probably put it... Yeah, because I would definitely play it more than Avatar, but I probably would go back to Scarlet and Violet Indigo Disc more than New Pokemon Snap. So I'd probably have to say that. And yo, don't forget everyone. I appreciate y'all coming through to the stream. Shouts to everyone who's been reposting. Shouts to ACDK. Shouts to the OC. Shouts to everyone who's coming through watching the stream too. For those who may have not noticed, we have new stream layout, new channel layout, all that stuff. We're doing updates, so if you guys enjoy the content, it means a lot, that you guys are here. And I hope you guys are having a happy new year. Alright, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. This game, it was definitely one of the best games Nintendo released this year. I wish more people gave it a chance. Like, it was $50, so they dropped it. Nintendo even knew, like, to not charge, like, a full price for it, even though it was a full remake with new levels. I would definitely play that game more than a lot of these if I would go back to. I'd probably put it right here. Solid A tier game. It was a great puzzle game and literally was a remake of the Game Boy one, which I loved. The Game Boy Advance one, I should say. But yeah, I'm hoping they now do a remake of the Donkey Kong 1994 Game Boy game, which is what Mario vs. Donkey Kong originally was inspired from, like the original gameplay. It wasn't just the classic Donkey Kong it was inspired from. It was the Game Boy Donkey Kong 1994. If you don't know, now you know. Alrighty. So, next up, we have X-Men Children of Adam. X-Men Children of Adam was probably one of the most decent fighting games. I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I definitely enjoyed Marvel superheroes a lot more. Would I ever go back to it? Probably, yeah. But only if it's like, hey, you want to play this? It's like, okay, we could play like 5 other Marvel X-Men styled fighting games. Street Fighter style games, but that's why X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I actually really like X-Men vs. Street Fighter a lot. I definitely would replay that. Honestly, that should go right here. Really good fighting game. X-Men vs. Street Fighter, it's pretty much the backbone of what became Marvel vs. Capcom. They just stuck with X-Men vs. Street Fighter to start it off, and then from there, it just grew. And if you played the arcade mode for that, you would know how. Yeah, really good game, really good fighting game. I really like the mechanics of that one more, because it's obviously improved upon from Children of Adam and Marvel superheroes. And it's pretty much something people need to check out. Don't sleep. Now, those who've been asking for it, Thousand Year Door remake. I love the original Thousand Year Door. I would definitely go back to this game 100%. But I would probably play Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake over it. Doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's still an A tier game, an amazing game. For me, that 60 FPS really did some damage. Because if y'all look at this game too, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, that game graphically looks amazing for what it is. It's amazing. Thousand Year Door looks amazing too, but at the cost of 60 FPS, too much glimmer. Whatever glitters ain't always gold, you know what I mean? They definitely went for that. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I had a lot of fun playing. I did drop it, of course, because I came out like 2 years ago, I think, at this point. I finally beat it this year, because I was pretty much at the end of the game, too. I had like an hour of gameplay left. I'd probably go back to that, but I think I would say it's solid. Yeah, I would definitely go back to these more than Mika. Now I'm looking at all this. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this at the moment. But yeah, Kirby, Forgotten Land. If you never played it and you like Kirby, you're sleeping. This is literally one of the best Kirby games ever made. The Punisher. I'm never going back to this game. It's a classic shoot 'em up, beat 'em up style game, just with guns, and it's 30 minutes long. Y'all see me stream the game. I kind of thought it would be like a little bit longer of an arcade game. I kind of went through it so fast that the stream had to be like really, really short, and it really wasn't that memorable. The most memorable thing was just Kingpin and me just throwing grenades at him, and then that one clip I have that's in the intro segment. Which, for those who know, we have a longer intro segment going forward, just because I wanted to be able to showcase more content, and it gives you a little more time to make sure the stream is all prepped and ready. Because sometimes 10 minutes is just not enough for me. It just ain't. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Oh my god. So, I gave this game a 9.5. I gave Xenoblade 3 a 9. And I gotta be honest, this game kind of feels like it is definitely a bit more bare bones looking back. And they took 2 months to fix and patch things that other games would fix and patch in just mere days. Like Marvel Rivals, for example, which we'll get into. The gameplay is amazing. I really liked all those cool moments where you would see like something that never happened in the anime or the manga. So it's something really unique tied to Sparking Zero, the sparking moments. And it was a lot of fun. It's tough because like if they started patching the game quicker, putting more time into it, like, and there was more content for like the outfits, there's like no outfits for most of the characters. I'd put it in S tier if they had everything perfect, but like honestly, I think I'd put it ahead of Mario vs. Donkey Kong as you draw this. Definitely over Tekken. But like other games like these are just more fun. Just me though. The worst game is Brilliant Diamond. That game was trash. I finally got the chance to try it out because y'all know me. I love Pokemon. So eventually I have to try the game. Eventually. Because if I think that maybe there's a chance that I could be impressed, maybe I will. The underground was the only thing that was cool. Outside of the underground in Brilliant Diamond, the entire game was a chore. It was boring. It wasn't even as good as the original Diamond and Pearl. I don't even know how they pulled that off. And then, of course, you'd think since it's a remake, like Oras, Heart Gold Soul Silver, they'll take some of the improvements of the new games. Nope. No improvements of the new games were in this game. A lot of the new evolutions for Pokemon you still can't get till after the post game. They took none of the good stuff from Platinum as well. Terrible. Definitely deserves the bottom of my tier list. I'd piss all over this game if I could. Marvel vs. Capcom, the collection itself, the full collection as a full package, including games that I beat a while back, obviously. Solid fighting game. Can't put it over Tekken 8 though, because I put a lot more time into Tekken 8, and honestly, Tekken 8 fundamentally as a game itself, it's so much more refined as a whole. What it gives as a package, the story is really good. Like the reason why I like the DLC stories because it made Heihachi make sense into why he's coming back. Like if they didn't have that story expansion, I would have continued my shtick of why is Heihachi back. This is like the third or fourth time he died. Let him die. They at least made a story expansion to explain it. So, play the Punisher 2005. I don't know. I don't think I want to play anything Punisher after what I went through. And we've been streaming for over an hour. We got about another hour more of streaming. So thank you all for coming through for my New Year's Eve 2024 end of the year tier list. Thank you guys for being here for all the games I beat, every game I beat in 2024. If I could give Mortal Kombat a 1, I would. I definitely do not want to touch this game, but I probably would play that over Brilliant Diamond. Sorry about that. I usually mute my mic when I cough. I apologize. Marvel Rivals. Really fun game. Really fun game. I think I like it more than Tekken 8. It's a lot of fun. The characters are really cool. Like how they all play. I strictly play as Jeff the Shark, and I have a blast playing that game. Definitely deserves a little more credence. However, NetEase are the same people who disbanded the company Suika Games, who made Trials of Mana for Square Enix, the new Trials of Mana game, or Visions of Mana. So take that with a grain of salt. NetEase are the ones behind Marvel Rivals. Silent Hill: The Short Message. I probably would play Castlevania Legends over this. It's not bad, but like I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10. Looking back, it's more of like a 5. Stellar Blade is amazing. People think it's just all about the boobs. It's not. It's about the story. It's about the gameplay. It's about the overworld. It's about connecting with everyone and being able to fix the Earth from all of the issues and that they're dealing with. But people don't want to look at that part of the game, unfortunately. But people should look at this. Pikmin 4. I definitely have to put Pikmin 4. Looking back on it, like I think I have to. My top 10 is. Because this is my top 10 right here. Oh no. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna have to do that. A2DK, but is it also about the boobs? No, it's not also about the boobs. It's also about the ass. Jokes aside. I love Pikmin 4. Really great game. Definitely one of the best Pikmin games, honestly. I think it's my favorite Pikmin game. I had so much fun with this game. And I still think about this game a lot. That's why I was having a hard time putting it in here. But like all these games are like genuinely some of my favorites of the year. Oh my god. And then Kurin. I definitely would go back to this over over Avatar. And then I would honestly drop content warning to the top of C tier. Because, like, not many people really play the game anymore, too. So it's going to be hard to go back to it. So, I think this is the official every game I beat in 2024 tier list for me v Sips, including games that I released not just in 2024, but in years prior that I beat this year, 2024. This is the tier list. So, D tier. From worst to best in D tier: Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Mortal Kombat 1, Pokemon Teal Mask, Plucky Squire, The Punisher Genesis, Marvel's Capcom Collection, and Silent Hill: The Short Message. C tier: from worst to best: Castlevania Legends, Escape from Terror City, Super Mario Land, Jackie Chan Adventures Dark Hand, GBA, Super Mario Crystal Crescents, X-Men, Children of Atom, F-Zero Climax, Kirby Superstar, and content warning. B tier from worst to best. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. Marvel Superheroes at the bottom of B. Then Tomato Adventure, Pac-Man World Repack, The Finals, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Luigi's Mansion 3, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, Kuru Kurin, New Pokemon Snap, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and the Indigo Disc. And now in A tier, from the bottom of the A tier to the top of A tier, we got Innocent, Mika and the Witch's Mountain, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Marvel's Capcom Collection, Arcade Classics, Tekken 8, Marvel Rivals, NSO Playtest, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door Remake, Pikmin 4. Then Mario vs. Donkey Kong enters the top 10. Sparking Zero at number 9 in the top 10. Super Mario Party Jamboree at number 8 in my top 10. Super Mario Eclipse at number 7 in my top 10. And then at the top of the A tier at number 6 in my top 10, what some would say is the scandalous Stellar Blade. Hit that like button. In my top 5 are Xenoblade 3. This is all S tier. Xenoblade 3, number 5. Number 4, Astrobot. Number 3, Pizza Tower. Number 2, Super Mario RPG. And then number 1, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, is my game of the year for 2024. When it comes to all the games I played and beat for the year. And honestly, to this day, I still want to go back and replay it. And I still want to go back and just, like, out of all these games, that's the one I want to replay the most too. I want to go back and play it like ASAP. But we're not done with the stream yet. We still got some more tier listing to do. We're going to do one for just 2024 releases and one for just the old releases. And that's what we're going to do right now, yo. Let's do this. And yo, I'm definitely going to save this. Let me just change the screen real quick.
100%. 100%.
Let's go. Shout out to everyone who's watching the stream. I'm about to download the image. Hope you all are having a great time watching the stream. What are you guys doing for New Year's Eve tonight? If you guys are doing anything, let me know. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I may actually just be chilling tonight, which is nice. I actually need to just relax. I'm not trying to go out and drink or do anything. I want to just hang out and vibe. And then tomorrow I'm going out with family and stuff, doing that tomorrow. So it's like, you know what I mean? All right, let me just rename the image. Official 2024 games I beat tier list. Not scored. There we go. Wanted to make sure I named it as not scored because I have two versions of the tier list. One based on scores, one based on how I feel now as the year ends, as the year concludes. So yeah, we got that going. And now we're going to do the next two tier lists, yo. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know in the comments or in the live chat down below. Let me know some of your favorite games of the year that you played and beat. I would love to know.
100%. 100%.
Punisher 2005 is like Max Payne. So if you love Max Payne, then I don't see why you would dislike it. Yeah, no, I never played Max Payne actually, so never had the chance. And HTK says, I'm chilling. Ain't got the stamina for a Vegas New Year's Eve tonight. Oh, Vegas New Year's Eve is probably insane. It's probably best if you stay inside, honestly. It's probably crazy out there. So, the first tier list out of 3 is done for the stream. We got 2 more. We're going to start with the new games that came out this year. So, anything that's not a new game, we're going to remove from the queue. If I can. Can I just remove from the queue? Or do I have to reset? I think I have to reset. Surprised you can't just drag these off and just put them like somewhere else. Oh well. It's not gonna do a full reset, is it? Is there a way I can just... I'm not trying to delete the row. Yeah, it's gonna have me do a full reset. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for just... Thank you. Let's do this again. both games that came out this year. Astrobot, S tier. Avatar, I'd probably put low A, if we're considering everything that came out this year. This is obviously just at the moment. Content warning, that came out this year, I think. Yeah, it came out April 1st, if I recall. I'll put that low B for now. Super Mario Crystal Crescents came out this year, but I can't put that higher than C. Meek and the Witch's Mountain, I'd probably put that low A. Low A, but not lower than Avatar. NSO playtest, I'm gonna have to put that. Honestly, I have to put it on as low S high A. I put 60 hours into it. That game was so much fun. Next up, we got the Plucky Squire. I would definitely go back to Super Mario and the Crystal Crescents if they added new content. I would not go back to Plucky Squire. So like, nah, like that game really was underwhelming. The charm can only hold the game up so much. So bare bones. Super Mario Eclipse, still high A. Still high A for sure. Remember, this is the tier list of all releases that came out this year. That's what we're going through right now. That's why none of these are being picked at the moment. The finals, I think that came out last year. I don't think that came out this year. I'm pretty sure it came out last year. Yeah, it released last year. Had to double check. So I was pretty sure it released last year. So that doesn't count. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, still on top. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'd probably go back to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth over Avatar, though. Looking at these. Maybe even more than Mika, honestly. We're talking about new releases. Because guess what? Since I don't be dumb doing platinum trophies day one, I can always go back to Rebirth and do a new playthrough and explore and experience new quests I never saw, called replayability. It's the pro to not completing your games. I beat them. That's the difference. Now, next up, Super Mario Party Jamboree. That's definitely the top of A, honestly, when it comes to new games released this year. Because at the end of the day, Super Mario Eclipse is a new game, but it's a hack made by the fans, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, it is what it is. Tekken 8. I would definitely play that way more than any of the other games below it. Definitely A tier. See any other games that released this year? Maverick's Donkey Kong. That's definitely up there. Definitely top 5 right now at the moment. But we'll see. Things are gonna change. Indigo Disc. Did that see these two, Teal Mask and Indigo Disc? I think those technically came out last year. Yeah, they came out last year. So can't put those up. Can't put that up. 1,000 Year Door Remake. I'm sorry that this is looking like really A tier top heavy right now, but these are all quality games. I'm sorry, like, I don't know what to tell you. Quality. I have good taste. Before I buy or play a game, I usually think, is it going to be a good pick and a good fit for me before I play them? Usually I'm on point. Usually. Not always, but usually. What else is new? Sparking Zero. That definitely gotta go S. I put so much time into that game too. Like, that has to be S. It was such a great game. For like new games released this year, it definitely belongs there. Marvel vs. Capcom Collection 2. I'd probably put that right here. For sure. A lot of replayability. Play with friends and stuff too. Marvel Rivals. I think I put that right there. I think I like Marvel Rivals more than I do Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Sorry, not sorry. We only have a few more games left, I think. Yeah, 2 more. Silent Hill, The Short Message. Definitely low C. I would probably go back to playing that on like a Halloween night or something over like ever turning this game back on. And then Stellar Blade. That's a S tier game. And if I can just reorganize this a little bit, I think I have to lower these other options a little bit. Yeah, that looks about right. So when it comes to new game releases, this is my 2024 every game I beat made in 2024 tier list. Because I'm pretty sure Avatar Frontiers. Wait a minute, I don't think Avatar Frontiers. I think that technically came out in December of 2023. Hold on. If I'm wrong, we have to take that off the list. I think I'm right. It didn't come out this year. Yep. So many games released on December 7th, 2023. Literally like a bunch of them that I just looked up pretty much already. Okay, so that's not a part of it. This is my 2024 all games I beat that were made in 2024 tier list. So, D tier, Plucky Squire. C tier, Silent Hill Short Message, Super Mario Crystal Crescents. B tier, Content Warning, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. A tier, Beacon of Witch's Mountain, Marvel Rivals, Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade Collection, Tekken 8, NSO Playtest, Thousand Year Door Remake. Actually, wait, that's my top 10. My top 10 starts for new games with Tekken 8. Top 10 starts with Tekken 8. Number 9 is the NSO Playtest. Number 8 is Thousand Year Door Remake. Number 7 is Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake. Number 6 is Super Mario Eclipse. Number 5 in the top 5 is Super Mario Party Jamboree for my top 5 games that were made in 2024 that released this year. The S tier begins with number 4, Stellar Blade. Number 3, Sparking Zero. Number 2, Astrobot. And number 1, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. These are the real Game Awards. Oh man, Gold, it's 10 out of 10. I only beat East 8 this year, and it's awesome. I've heard a lot of good things about the East series, and I still have East Origin in my backlog. I just gotta give it a chance. But look at this. We're gonna make a tier list, the final one of the stream, with all of these games in it. Well, we'll see how this tier list looks, because I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. So I'm gonna save this real quick.
100%. 100%.
Gotta download this version of the tier list. And I hope everyone's having a great time. We're streaming for at least another 15 minutes, 30 minutes more, yos. Thank you all for coming through. Really appreciate it. Hope you're all having a happy New Year's. And I should have a new video out by later tonight or tomorrow. A more in-depth video of the 44 games that I beat in 2024. It's gonna be a fun video. Just rename this file. There we are. Alrighty. That's all set.
100%. 100%.
Let me catch up to the chat before we do this next tier list. H2D says, I need to get into East. That series has been on my backlog forever. Me too. Like, on my Switch, I have East Origin. It's been on there for like a solid 3 years. Just sitting there collecting dust. And same with the Atelier series. I got Ryza 1 and 2. Never even got to play them. And in that time, they made Atelier Ryza 3. And they made a bunch of other Atelier Ryzas remakes. And they are making a new one in that time. That's crazy. But now it's time to make a tier list based on games that I beat in 2024. That I released before the year 2024. And I put this low A. I'll keep it low A for Avatar. For games that released prior, compared to what I see here, when it comes to the older games, there's a good chance it will be a low A going forward. Castlevania Legends, high C. It would definitely be high C. Jackie Chan Adventures is above it though. F-Zero Climax is also above it though. Luigi's Mansion 3. I think I have to give it a high B. I really was not a fan of like the controls in that game. I feel like the mechanics could have been way better when it comes to utilizing your vacuum and your light. They made it tied to the analog stick in a weird way where it didn't feel comfortable somehow. Kirby and Forgotten Land is definitely high A. Kirby Superstar, I'd probably say low B. Marvel Superheroes, I'm gonna give it the low B. Mortal Kombat 1, that technically came out last year, which is why I didn't put it in my list of new games. So I can put it right here. New Pokemon Snap. Definitely. I would go back to that over Luigi's Mansion 3. I would. Pac-Man World Repack. Begrudgingly, I'm gonna put it like somewhere around the middle of B tier. Because I'm contemplating to put it lower, but I don't know. Pikmin 4, I think that's gonna be a low S tier. Definitely a low S tier when it comes to games that released prior to 2024, because it's one of the few games of the released ones that came out before 2024 that I beat this year and I still think about, which includes Pizza Tower. Pizza Tower is definitely up there. I still think about it daily. These games and Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, think about them all the time. And Xenoblade. So let me just cover that. Yeah, we're gonna leave that there. Because I'm not trying to put shade on Xenoblade 3. They're two totally different games. But I think I liked Pikmin 4 more. I didn't cry 3 times with Pikmin 4. But I don't know. For some reason, something inclines me in my soul to put it ahead of Xenoblade 3. And no, I deadass did cry at Xenoblade 3. But something about Pikmin 4, it really is Pikmin. It really is Pikmin. Brilliant Diamond is still a brilliant pile of shit. Same with the Teal Mask. And Indigo Disc. We're gonna put that right there. The Punisher. We're gonna put that low C, because I probably would go back to that over Teal Mask. Because these are all old games that didn't release in 2024. Is there anything I'm missing? Super Mario RPG. I think yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough, man. But Mario RPG is everything that I've been missing in the current Mario RPG games. They just brought it back. And Pizza Tower is literally Wario Land, but really, it's really better. So yeah. We need to see what else is here. Because there's not much left, actually. Kuroku Kurin, honestly, that game, people sleep on it. It's one of the best Nintendo games that is super slept on. It's on GBA, it's on GameCube, a couple other platforms. I want to try some of the other games in the series. That's how good it is. I think I gave it a 7.5, but that was strictly on the fact that, like, there are some parts of the game where I genuinely thought, how am I supposed to maneuver to get through that? Like, I was, like, confused. But there's ways to do it, and I did it. How else did I beat the game, right? Alright. And last but not least, we have a handful more. The finals, which I probably would put over Pac-Man World Repack, to be honest. I would go back to that more than that. But I probably would play Luigi's Mansion 3 Skyscraper Mode or something more than that. Next, Super Mario Land. Definitely the top of the C tier. No, Jackie Chan and F-Zero are still over it, honestly. Tomato Adventure, I could put that confidently. You know what? I could put that above all these. No, the end game is really bad. I just remember the end game. It's like, oh wait, the end game. I'd rather play the finals over going through the end game of Tomato Adventure. Oh man. Then X-Men Children of Adam. Was really not a fan of this one. I think I'd put it here, honestly. And then X-Men vs. Street Fighter to cap it all off. We'll put this right here. Gonger says, also, I did about half of Metaphor Refantatio and couldn't wait to see the rest because I struggle with the powerful monsters and didn't want to get spoiled, and it's also 10 out of 10. Yeah, I need to play more of that, which that's my plan for 2025. I have a bunch of games on a list that I want to play, and Metaphor Refantatio is one of the few games from 2024 that ended up in my backlog for 2025, which I'm going to be talking about in a video. So I'm excited to do that. But yes, this here is my official tier list for all the games that released before 2024. We got Brilliant Diamond, Mortal Kombat 1, Pokemon Teal Mask in D tier. C tier, we have The Punisher, Castlevania Legends, Super Mario Land, X-Men Children of Adam, Jackie Chan Adventures Dark Hand, and F-Zero Climax. B tier, we got Marvel Superheroes, Kirby Superstar, Pac-Man World Repack, Tomato Adventure, The Finals, Luigi's Mansion 3, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, new Pokemon Snap, and Pokemon the Indigo Disc expansion. All in the B tier. Now, this is crazy. I didn't realize we actually entered the top 5 for best games that I played, that I beat in 2024, that originally released in the years prior. The top 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, starts here with X-Men vs. Street Fighter at number 10, while in B tier. Number 9 is New Pokemon Snap in the top of B tier. Then at the very top of B tier, at number 8, is Indigo Disc DLC expansion. Number 7, and the beginning of the A tier, is Kurin. The middle of A tier, for games that released last year that I beat this year, 2024, is Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. And now in the top 5, starting at the top of A tier, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Then in S tier, number 4, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And then, number 3 is not Xenoblade 3, it's Pikmin 4. You think it's the other way around? Number 4 is Pikmin 4, number 3 is Xenoblade 3? Nope, it's the other way around. And then number 2 is Pizza Tower, and then number 1, Super Mario RPG. Man, what a year for games. I beat a good bunch of games, good quality games, honestly. Everything below the middle of C tier, I'd say is somewhat regrettable, but like middle of C tier, I'm saying down. Like they were all right games. I could have used the time to play other games, type 5. You know what I mean? So anything below Jackie Chan Adventures is like there's other games that you could play. So I'm gonna save this, and we're gonna start winding down the stream. 100%. Tier list live stream going over all the games I beat in 2024, new releases and old releases. Hope you guys appreciate the new layouts, the new updated logo, and the embers we got going on. If y'all see on the stream, those are not little particle effects that you're seeing from your own screen. It's from my stream. We on fire. But download this. I have 4 tier lists in total now, and I'm gonna post them all later on a Twitter post talking about the videos I have coming out soon, and referencing the stream that we just had right now. So I thank you all for coming through, yo. Really appreciate it. There we go. And we're gonna start winding down the stream here. So thank you all for coming through. I should have a new video out later. If I don't have it out later, it'll be out by tomorrow, and I may do a stream instead if I decide to stay home or whatever tonight. Because right after the stream, I do have to go to the gym and a couple stores and stuff. And even though I'm not sick anymore, I still have a really stuffy nose. So like, I don't know, that shit's just annoying. But yo, I appreciate you all coming to the stream. Shoutouts to H2TK. Shoutouts to Gone Hunter, 2-year tier, 3-year tier, 100% click in the building. Huge shoutouts to Shadow King for coming through to the stream. Huge shoutouts to Screw Up DTX Vado, Blue Badge Gang, unlocking that blue badge. Thank you so much. Shoutouts to Javier for coming through to the stream and dropping in. And huge shoutouts to David Cash JRPGs coming through too. I really appreciate you coming in and hanging out. And let me know some of your thoughts too, David. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate y'all who watch the stream live, lurking, and in the playback. And also another thing I need to do right now, I need to take my dogs on a walk. They're barking. They need a walk. So I'm gonna walk my dogs. I'll keep up with you guys later. I'll let you guys know if I get the video out by tonight or tomorrow, which is just a general thesis of all the games I beat, all 44 of them in 2024. And then maybe I'll go live tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and consider joining and be a member. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.
100%, 100% bag, sips and bricks too. You see us coming in the jag, you know we keep it 100 proof. No, we gotta keep it 100, keep it 100 real true. Ay, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. I always grind, 100%. I always grind, 100%. 100%. 100%. I always grind, 100%. Bricks going back anytime on the track. We never slack, we always on attack. We got the pack in the back of the lack. Beyond the jag, all black, no Kodak. Putting cardiac, my rhymes on my neck. It sips brick season, this how we react. Days long, night, use insomniac. Count each block and each rack that we both stack. Ay, 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. I always grind, 100%. I always grind, 100%. 100%. 100%. I always grind, 100%.